Are you guys ready for your headliner? Your headliner came all the way from California. He's very funny. He's recording an album tonight live. Make some noise for Rio Hillman, everybody.
Keep it going for Matt, you guys. Let him hear it. Let Matt Campbell hear it. Man, I appreciate you people coming out tonight, man, for my album recording. I really do. This is my fourth, and the Late Show will be my fifth attempt at recording this material, so that lets you know how it's going. Yeah, this was a baseball. I'd be one strike away from my second strikeout. But I had to come back here to Eau Claire to record this album, to re-record it, because this is where I started my comedy career, man, so I had to come back here. Yes. Actually, to this day, one of the biggest crowds I performed for was here in Eau Claire. It was at the Stones Throw back in 2018. You guys remember the Stones Throw? Yeah. I'll never forget that show, man. The balcony was packed. The floor was packed. I was like, yes. On the flip side, I'll never forget one of the smallest crowds I performed for. It was last month in Farmington, New Mexico. Yeah, that crowd was as small as I was as a premature baby. That crowd was as small as I am when I get out of a swimming pool. Oh. That crowd was so small, they split a pack of cigarettes during my set. Broke down to 5 cigarettes apiece. I'll do the quick math. There's 20 cigarettes in a pack, which means there were 4 people watching my show. My career's on fire. I pulled a chair up to the table and made it 5. I'm like, shit, I might as well watch me too. Yeah. I don't know if he's funny. I hope he's funny. Yeah, I don't know if he's funny. Bartender had one foot on the bar clipping her toenails. There was a drunk guy sitting at the table next to her foot, drinking a can of Keystone Light without a worry in the world. Finally, I kicked the show off from the table, told a couple jokes. It was a tough crowd. Passed the mic around, the other 4 people told a joke. In the midst of the joke telling, somebody at the table lit a joint. I'm here to say it was pretty good weed in Farmington, New Mexico. Only took half the joint to get all 5 of us high. Then the guy at the bar started arguing with the bartender because they didn't have Keystone Light on tap. I guess he had one worry in the world. He was so angry that he pulled out his iPhone at the bar, pushed the bartender's foot over, and proceeded to leave a bad Yelp review. Said it out loud with sound effects as he was typing it. He's like, this place sucks. They don't have Keystone Light on tap. And the bartender's left foot stinks. Then he got up and bought a 6-pack of Keystone Light from the bartender. As he stumbled out, he's like, well, I'll see you 4 people later. That's how bad that show was. He didn't even acknowledge me, people. I feel like things are starting to get back to the pre-pandemic days. Like people are starting to get back to their crazy selves, right? You turn on the news, you go on social media, all you see is road rage shootings and homelessness. The border's a mess. Food and gas is down, then back up. Then you got Israel, Hamas, Russia, Ukraine. People protesting over here, people protesting over there, everything else that's going on in the world. Congress don't get along, the right hates the left hates the right. I hate both of them. We got a former president that's a walking lawsuit. The current president couldn't walk over a lawsuit. We got people out here still thinking the former president is their president. That's my president. The current president, sometimes he forgets that he's the president. I'm the president. And to top it off, they both running around with classified documents. I can't make this stuff up, people. But I will say this in their defense. I don't agree with people that say they're just too old. They're just too old. No, I don't think they're just too old. Hear me out. Biden's 81, Trump is 77. Add their ages together, you get 158. Now subtract 158 from 2024 and you get 1866. That's not too old. That's 19th century old. That's American Civil War era old. All right, apparently you guys are like, okay, we're not trying to do any history, Rio, we're not. And here's the thing, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, liberal, or conservative. The one thing we should be able to do as a whole is laugh at both sides. Can we agree on that? A couple months ago, I was walking around my pants unzipped. I had no idea, just thought it was breezy today. Breezy. I'm at the gas station, nice looking young lady at the cash register. I'm single, I'm trying to shoot my shot. Like, what's up, girl? She's like, not you. Her response didn't make sense until I went to use the bathroom. It's like, oh, definitely not me. In my defense, I did just get out of a swimming pool. Before I move on, I gotta say this about the 2020 shutdown. This is what pertains to me about that. I remember the first week, I got an email from my credit union telling me, not to worry, Rio, your money's safe during this shutdown. I sent the email back, what money are you talking about? Every time I think about that email, it reminds me of the Capital One credit card slogan, what's in your wallet? Nothing. And that's what I got for performing for those 4 people in Farmington, New Mexico. Nothing. One of my favorite things about comedy, you guys, is I get to travel around the country. I get to meet people from all walks of life. And I drive 99% of the time, which I really love, because it gives me a chance to relax my mind, listen to some jazz music, collect my thoughts. I do this thing where I like to look for weird signs, because there's a lot of weird signs out there if you just pay attention. Like, for instance, there's a group of 4 states that have a variation of the same sign. And what I mean by that is Wyoming has a sign that says, watch for falling rocks. Idaho sign says, watch for rocks. Oregon sign says falling rocks. And Washington just says rocks. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you people tonight. I come from a family that's dabbled into crack smoking. Yeah, a little bit of crack smoking in my family, yeah. Luckily, I didn't take that turn. I wouldn't be on stage telling jokes into this microphone. I'd be sitting in the car with a crack pipe in one hand, iPhone in the other hand, FaceTime with my fellow crack smokers. Man, y'all ain't gonna believe what's going on in these 4 states. That's my crackhead voice. They pushing rocks in Wyoming, getting rocks off in Idaho, giving rocks out in Oregon. I'm smoking one big rock in Washington. Even though I didn't crack smoke, you guys, I didn't want to do the crack smoking, I did try to sell crack. Yeah, I tried to sell fake crack. True story. I was so bad at trying to sell fake crack that the crackhead wouldn't buy from me. I guess my delivery was wrong. My sales pitch was off. He pulled me to the side and gave me a crackhead pep talk. He's like, look in my eyes and hear what I'm saying. Which was hard to do because he was cross-eyed, so I was like, well, which eye? Which eye am I? He also had one tooth that was just hanging on, like. He's like, look in my eyes and hear what I'm saying. You gotta have confidence because confidence is key. The confidence you have to push out a poop is the confidence you need to push this crack. All right, I don't know about you people, but I've never heard anyone needing confidence to push out a poop. I mean, even a baby's gonna push the poop out. But it's a crackhead, it made sense to him. Then he goes, when you get done with my class, apparently the dumps in the back alley was his classroom. He's like, you be able to sell real crack, fake crack, a crack. And I looked up and like, well, what the hell is a crack? And this is when I knew his answer was gonna be serious because both his eyes focused on me. Even his one tooth got serious. He's like, ash crack. Then he went behind the dumpster and sold some ass crack. I guess class was done. Another thing I like to do when I'm traveling around is I like to read a law about every state, because I feel like every state has a weird law. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you have a kid in the state of Wyoming, they have to be in a booster seat through the age of 9 years old. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you have a kid in the state of Wyoming, they have to be in a booster seat through the age of 9 years old. What my parents said out there. Imagine your 9-year-old in a booster seat, feet looking like the Flintstones, driving everywhere. I'm originally from Chicago. Kids were stealing their parents' cars at 9. Where are you going? I'm going to Wyoming to pick up a classmate in the booster seat. I'll be back in a couple weeks. Like I said earlier, you guys, I drive 99% of the time, and here's where I'm gonna prove it to you. I drive so much that I'm actually at 347,000 miles on my 2007 Kia. No lie, 347,000 miles on my 2007 Kia. And I'm also the original owner. What's up, ladies? Where you at, girl? I'll ride you to the end. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah. You going nowhere, girl. You ain't going nowhere. Let me put that in perspective. When I bought my Kia in 2007, I was still using MapQuest for directions. Who remembers MapQuest? Clap if you remember MapQuest. Bob Barker had just retired from The Price is Right. The Sopranos were in their final season. Steve Jobs had just released the very first iPhone. Now, I'm not saying all that to brag. That just means I've been extremely lucky, and I'm that much closer to a breakdown. So if you see me on the side of the road, please buy some ass crack. This is actually my second Kia, you guys. This is my second go around. The first one, the transmission went out. And I thought, you know what, maybe it was just a bad transmission. Give it another shot. Most people think, real, why would you buy another Kia after the transmission went out on the first one? Why do people get married again? I've never been married, but I'm sure there's valid reasons. No one wants to be a quitter. If at first you don't succeed, try another marriage. Right? Maybe the first marriage was faulty, was new on the outside, but used on the inside. Maybe the oil wasn't being checked enough. Or another mechanic was checking the oil. Could have been a dirty dipstick. Hang in there, I got two more. Maybe the gears stopped shifting. Or the shifter was too short to shift the gears. Okay, ladies, that's for you. That's a short shifter joke. That is for you. I wrote that specifically for you, ladies. I think my kid's at the point, though, is ready to take that final ride because little things are starting to fall apart, little things that you never think about. Like, for instance, all 4 of my dome light buttons fell off. I didn't know I had 4 dome light buttons. They fell right in front of my face like Connect 4. Neither one of my visors still without assistance from tax. I got about 1,000 tax up there. My inside passenger door handle broke off into a nub. It's like a quarter of my pinky finger. So ladies, if you ride with me on a sunny day, you better have a strong pinky finger and sunglasses. But here's the thing, I can't complain about my kid. We've been together for 17 years, you guys. I'm working with house money, man. Those 17 years, I've been in 0 accidents and still counting. I've only had 4 flat tires. Not at the same time, that'd be messed up. I've only been pulled over 7 times in 17 years. Yeah, Now, I would say 5 out of the 7, me being black, was a contributing factor. This is my story. Don't judge me. The other 2 times I got pulled over, I wouldn't say it's because I was black, was one when I went through a DUI checkpoint. I was in Lowlight, California. Just got done taking a couple puffs up to half a joint. Smelled like a weed air freshener. Officer friendly comes to my back window because I drive a kid and I'm too tall, so I drive from the back seat like, here. Pokes his head in, takes a sniff. Smells good to me, brother. Keep up the good work. I'm like, yes, I will, officer friendly. Yes, I will. And the other time I got pulled over, I wouldn't say it's because I was black, is when I got my actual DUI. Yeah, we in Wisconsin. I know y'all know about those. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. I'm not going to point nobody out. I know. It's all good. It's okay. I was so drunk, I also had the ignition interlock in my car, the breathalyzer. Yeah, woo, doing it big time. Nothing screams irresponsibility more than when you're an adult driving around with the breathalyzer in your car. I might as well have a bib and sippy cup like, oh, somebody can't handle their liquor. Goo, goo, gaga. Oh, got a little slop coming down. Oh, little buddy, it's going to be okay. I remember going on a date with this young lady that I picked up at the gas station. She gets in the car, looks at the breathalyzer, looks at me and goes, looks like somebody has a bit of a drinking problem. I'm like, yeah, and it looks like somebody's gonna have to blow into this thing. We're gonna get to dinner. Let's just say that was our first and last date. She wasn't a keeper, and neither was I. Fair enough. I used to blow weed into my breathalyzer, true story. Instead of beeping, it would cough. I would take it to the shop to get service and have Cheeto stains in it. I'd be like, man, my nephew's always playing with that thing. As I'm licking my Cheeto fingers. Cheeto stains all in my beard. Cheeto stains all over the steering wheel. To put an end to my kid joke, you guys, basically what I'm trying to say is I'll take my chances with buying 2 kids of the same model over marriage any day. Where's all my married people at? Clap if you're married. Where you at? Don't seem very arousing, but okay, I feel you. Here's the thing, I have nothing against marriage. I just don't think marriage is for me. And when I say that, people are like, Rio, you just haven't found the right lady. And I think they're partially right. I haven't found the right lady that doesn't want to get married. That's the right lady for me. Is she here tonight? Can she blow into the breathalyzer? I got the Cheetos. All right, this is from my perspective. I think the most exciting moment in the marriage is when the bride and groom are at the altar exchanging vows. I do. I do. They leave the wedding hall hand in hand. Confetti's being thrown in the air. They get to the brand new car, it's nice and shiny. Brand new tires, balloons all over the car. Just married on the back window. The groom opens the door for his bride, like, poof, she gets in the car, he's like, that's my baby. She lets out a silent fart she's been holding all day. Poof. She kicks off her shoes, puts her bare feet on the dashboard. He gets in the car like, poof. Smells like love, happiness, and a silent fart. They looking at each other like, I love you. No, I love you. I'm gonna blow into the breathalyzer. No, I'm gonna blow into the breathalyzer. Oh, come on, people, that's true love right there. When you're arguing over who's gonna blow into the breathalyzer, that's a marriage that's gonna last. Now, where's all my people that's been divorced? Clap if you've been divorced tonight. Yeah, there you go. Heck yeah. Should have saved some of that energy for that marriage. You might not be divorced right now. I think when people get divorced, they should have to undo those vows. Instead of the newlyweds, you're the unweds. Go back to that same wedding hall. I do not. I do not. Leave the wedding hall unhand in hand. Black ashes being thrown in the air. Oh my God. You get to the car, it's all keyed up with 4 used tires. All the balloons are deflated like, Just divorce is written on the back window. She opens her own door and gets in the car like, poof. There's toenail scratches on the dashboard. He gets in the car with his pants unzipped, alcohol on his breath. They're looking at each other like, I don't love you. I don't love you. I'm not blowing into the breathalyzer. I can't blow into the breathalyzer. As you guys notice, Matt didn't list any of my credits. That's not my style. My main reason for not listing my credits is because I don't have any credits to list, let's be honest. Who am I fooling up here? I remember doing one show where the MC brought me up as world famous comedian Rio Hillman. World famous comedian Rio Hillman, yeah. You know what's funny? Me and those 4 people were surprised. What? The hell? Bartender stopped clipping her toenails. What? Drunk guy that bought the 6-pack of Keystone Light stumbled back in. Sat down like, somebody's world famous up in this place? What the hell is going on? I take back my bad yuck if you. Now here's a true story about that. The night before that show, I was sleeping in a local grocery store parking lot. True story, yeah. That's how world famous play out tonight, Eau Claire. Yeah, whoop whoop, what's up, ladies? Yeah. And to top it off, I had some dude knocking on my window at 6 a.m. trying to sell me a gold necklace. Because apparently he saw me sleeping in a grocery store parking lot with my feet hanging out the back window of my Kia, and he thought, you know what? There's a guy that's doing well in life. Looks like he's got his shit together. I'm sure he could use a gold necklace. He didn't even take his ski mask off. He's like, oh, the hell with it. No one gives a... I'm originally from Chicago, you guys. I was actually born in Chicago, but raised here in Wisconsin. Yeah, heck yeah, I love Wisconsin. Been here since the age of 8. 8 years old, yeah. I'm just glad it wasn't Wyoming. Oh, another year in the booster seat. You know what I love coming back to Wisconsin for? Is the quick trips. Come on, they're the best gas stations around, man. I love them. Their prices are great. All the items you can get, it's awesome. I love them. I mean, they sell everything, right? You can get groceries, automobile accessories, alcohol, feminine products. But the one item that you can get at Quick Trip is condoms. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, what the? You would think, what, a store named Quick Trip? That would have been the first item on the shelf. We're going to start with condoms. We're going to start with condoms today. That's what we're going to, those are going to sell out real quick at the Quick Trip. But I did some research to get a better understanding why Quick Trip doesn't sell condoms. And I guess it's because their values lean more on the conservative side when it comes to sex. Which I don't have a problem with that. I don't judge. I just think it's funny that they sell alcohol, which doesn't care where your values lean when it's coming to sex. You think they sell condoms to help protect your values when you're having sex. Say 3 different customers come into Quick Trip looking for some items. First customer comes in looking for some oil for his car, over 300,000 miles. No problem, sir, we got you. Aisle 7. Next customer comes in, it's a couple just got divorced, arguing over who's gonna blow into the breathalyzer. But they're looking for some alcohol and feminine products. No problem, got y'all covered. Aisles 9 and 10. Last customer comes in, just got done working a double shift selling a fake ass crack at the back alley next to the dumpster, but he's got some extra money. He's getting lucky for the night. He's looking for some condoms to cover up his values. She's like, you guys got any condoms? Tina's like, nope, we don't have condoms, but we have lube and sandwich bags in aisle 12. It's my favorite part of the joke. I don't care what you guys say. Lube and sandwich bags. And now 12, God dog it. Somebody will be at Quick Trip tonight like I'm trying that out. Thank you, brother. They don't need condoms when they got lube and sandwich bags. Do not need condoms. This is a weird joke, but it's a true story. I don't know if you guys remember this. The Wisconsin man that was convicted of trying to have a relationship with a horse. Yeah. My first thought was, did his wife go on a lunch date with her friends? He's waving to her out the window like, take your time, honey. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the Kentucky Derby. Closes the blinds, goes to the fridge, grabs a can of Keystone Light, sits it down on the table next to his 5 cigarettes and half a joint from the comedy show, sits down in his favorite recliner, leans it back and closes his eyes, and envisions himself riding a horse bareback. Then he takes a drink of his Keystone Light, like, grabs his remote. He's like, finally, a little me and Kentucky Derby time. Clicks on his 70-inch plasma TV, like, oh, I don't care if you're in last place, little buddy. I like how that saddle's bouncing up and down. It's like, you know what? Let me see you in slow motion. Next thing you know, he pauses, to be continued. Jumps on his laptop, goes on to farmersonly.com. It's the Facebook for horses. Sees a horse that he likes, clicks the love emoji, sends his one and only message, I'm looking for a stable relationship. Now his wife's jealous because he's riding a horse without his wedding ring. Horse's mane is in a brand new perm with a curly side bang, ponytails and a long French braid. All 4 hooves are painted pink. The horse has got a necklace on from Jared's. He went to Jared's. Brand new earrings from K Jewelers because every kiss begins with, hey. Now he's taking video of the horse galloping through the yard with his wife's wedding dress on. Oh. Finally, his wife's had enough. She goes outside, keys the car and the horseshoes. Files a divorce because her husband was cheating with the secretariat. Here's one of those times I feel like me being black was a contributing factor to getting pulled over. I was booked to do a run of shows in Arizona. As I crossed the state line, a trooper pulls me over. His reasoning for pulling me over was I didn't slow down to the adjusted speed limit. Now I wanted to explain that he didn't give me enough time to slow down, but my iPhone battery was dead, and I thought, well, there's no need for both of us to be dead. I think it was pretty smart on my part. I can charge my iPhone, but I can't charge me. Then he goes, didn't you see the sign that says speed limit is enforced by radar? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not getting pulled over by a radar right now. Our radar didn't give me my DUI. Our radar's never had its own show and theme song. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? He starts singing too. What you gonna do when they come for? Poked his head in my back window like bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? We did a duet. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. He's like, you know what? That was pretty good. Takes my info, goes back to a squad car. About a minute later, a K9 unit pulls up. True story, to search my 2007 Kia with over 300,000 miles on my Wisconsin plates. I guess they got a hot tip that I was smuggling illegal white cheddar. I know that was cheesy. Okay, see, that's... If you guys didn't like that, you're not gonna like these next 2 jokes. They're even cheesier. 2 of my favorite shows that I like to watch, one being Naked and Afraid. Round of applause, Naked and Afraid. Yeah. You know, it's been a long time when I'm looking for blurred boobies. Like, oh, come on, pop out, pop out. You know what I love about that show is they let the fans do live tweeting as it's going on. And one wife tweeted, "Watching Naked and Afraid keeps me and my husband together." And she drank her third glass of wine. "15 minutes later, her husband tweeted, 'My wife's naked, drunk, and I'm afraid.'" This is my absolute favorite show, and I'm not lying when I say this. Murder, She Wrote. Oh, I love me some Murder, She Wrote, man. Y'all don't know. Angela Lansbury, that turns me on, boy. I'm like an old white lady in a black dude's body, boy. I love me some Murder, She Wrote. Yes, people start breaking out in conversation in the back. I love that too, Rio, heck yeah. I love Angela Lansbury, you guys. Come on, people. Oh, I love it. I don't know if you guys know this, but Murder, She Wrote was on air from 1984 to 1996. Think about that, 1984 to 1996. You gotta be a good show to run through the 80s and 90s. Come on, right? The 80s and 90s were rough, right? Think about that. That just means during the 80s crack era, all the way up to the 90s Rodney King riots, Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky scandal, the death of Tupac, white people are murdering each other on network TV at an alarming rate. I'll take it one step further. Murder, She Wrote was the original version of the first 48 for white people. People talk about Baltimore, Maryland, Philadelphia, or Philly. Oh no, Cabot Cove, Maine, boy. White people were murdered. That's why I tell you like this, ladies. When you come to my place, we'll both be naked and afraid. Because it won't be Netflix and chill. It'll be Murder, She Wrote, and kill. See why I'm single up here, right? Like, yeah, I got some issues, Rio. I was reading this article where there was a baby gorilla born at the Miami Zoo. And at the time, they didn't know the gender, which I was like, hold the hell on. How the hell did they not know the gender of the baby gorilla? Are we starting to have gender identity issues with gorillas now? This is going too far. I gotta draw the line. Leave the gorillas alone. But I did some research and I found out that baby gorillas are smaller than human babies at birth. Did y'all know that? See, there's a reason why I smoke a little bit of weed. I'm up late at night watching Murder, She Wrote, Naked and Afraid, looking up baby gorilla info to bring to the Brickhouse. They only weigh 3 to 4 pounds at birth, 3 to 4 pounds. I did some more research and I found out gorillas that are born in the mountains, which are referred to as mountain baby gorillas, more than likely grew up without their fathers. Yeah, I had to take a couple puffs from the half a joint after hearing that. Because I too grew up without my father. I feel your pain, mountain baby gorilla. That just lets you know it doesn't matter if you're an animal or a human. No one's safe from baby daddy, baby mama drama. They'll find you in the streets or in the jungle. Child support will be paid. The last part of the article goes on to say what they did know is the father was a 32-year-old male gorilla and the mother was a 14-year-old female gorilla. I put the half a joint after that, like, don't need to hit that no more. That's a little weird. On the bright side, at least that gorilla was born in a zoo. It'll get to grow up with its parents. On the flip side, I'm not sure for how long. Because I'm no expert at gorilla years, but that sounds like statutory ape. I know it took a long time to get to that, people, but come on. I worked hard for that one right there. I stretched that joke out. I had this article pop up on my computer that says how porn destroys a man's brain. How porn destroys a man's brain. I'm 47 years old. I've been watching porn since the age of 17, reading it since the age of 13. Pages were sticky because somebody beat me to it. I wouldn't say porn's destroyed my brain. Now my hands, oh. It's hard to hold this mic right now. I got carpal tunnel in both hands, okay? Where's all my dads in the audience tonight? Clap if you're a dad. Make some noise if you're a dad. Where you at, dads? That's what's up. I'm not a dad myself, but I believe dads are the best drivers in traffic. One brave dad in the back, like, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I am. And here's the thing, ladies and moms, I'm not picking on you. I think you're great drivers. I just think dads are better drivers in traffic. And I'm not a dad myself, so I'm not a great driver in traffic either. The reason why I say dads are the best drivers in traffic is because you know for a fact they're not gonna pull out. They'll pull in. Yeah, this is a great traffic spot right here. This traffic spot makes me feel good, yeah. Matter of fact, ladies, that's an indictment on you for having a great traffic spot. Fellas, I think you gotta give it up for the ladies for having a great traffic spot. But I will say this, show me a dad that pulls out, and I'll show you a stepdad. With the wet spot on the driveway. See, that's... Any ladies need a stepdad? I saw a guy holding a sign that said, just had a newborn baby, need diapers, anything helps. I gave him some lube and sandwich bags, just came from Quick Trip, like, hey brother, that's aisle 12, that's all I got for you, brother, I'm sorry. That's lube sandwich bags, man, I guess it works. I had a guy hold a public restroom door open for me. I guess he was trying to be nice and considerate, although I feel like that was the wrong time for that gesture, just wasn't the right setup, right? The way it was is this guy was in a stall, I don't know what he ate, but it was coming out. He was way too comfortable because the stall door was halfway open. He was barefooted. One foot was itching the other foot. Oh. He was doing a crossword puzzle, asking me for clues. I'm like, hold on, sir, this is not the time to be asking for crossword puzzle clues while you're taking the biggest dump in the world. Meanwhile, I'm drying my hands off at the towel rack. I go to reach for the door. This guy busts out the stall like, poof. I don't know why he busts out the stall because it was open. He busts out the stall like, poof. And when he busts out the stall with a mask, no shirt on, barefooted, holding a crossword puzzle. I'm gonna give you that visual one more time. He busts out the stall like, poof, with a mask, no shirt on, barefooted, holding a crossword puzzle. Then he goes, hold on, brother. I got that door for us. And walks out behind me. Because apparently in this guy's mind, I washed my hands for both of us. The least he can do was grab the door. Then he goes, if more people would stick together like we just did, black and white, working as a team, this world would be a better place. And you know what, Brickhouse, in a weird kind of way, I kind of agreed with him on that. We do need to stick together as a team. Can we give it up on that? Right? Help thy brother, help thy sister. But then he took it one step too far when he reached in his pocket and offered me some sunflower seeds. You want some? I'm like, no, heck no. I don't want anything to do with your crappy hands right now, sir. He walked away. I guess you wasn't raised how I was raised. That sharing is caring in my household. All right, ladies, you want to know what turns me on besides Murder, She Wrote, Naked and Afraid, and a strong pinky finger? A clean bathroom. Yeah, I love me. Only 7 people. All right, I love me a clean bathroom, man. Seriously. I don't care if your house is dirty. Your bathroom better be clean. All right? You invite me to your house, man. I'd rather you have a dirty house, clean bathroom over a clean house, dirty bathroom. Can we agree on that? I feel like having a clean house, dirty bathroom is like wearing clean pants and dirty underwear. Looks good on the outside, but definitely dingy on the inside. I love telling that joke because it usually splits the room in half. You can see the people that are comfortable right now, like, yep, brother, my house is dirty, but my bathroom is clean. Yeah. Other people taking a drink right now, like, hey, man, don't judge me. My house is clean, my underwear are dirty. But I'll be doing laundry on Monday. I think people are lazy for no reason. Like, what I mean by that is when I see garbage outside of the garbage can, like, this is the garbage can, this is the garbage. Like, are we just doing participation? Like, are we, I made it, you know, you just got one extra step. Just put the garbage in the garbage can. People that leave their receipts in the ATM machine, I don't want to see how much money you don't have. I got my own money problems. This is the last thing that makes me mad, and it's probably because I travel a lot. People that do not clear the gas station microwave. Like the gas station microwave. Like 5 minutes left on the microwave. What are you cooking at a gas station that's more than 5 minutes, people? What are you doing? What in the hell? You cooking a roast at the gas station microwave? Come on. You got to clear the microwave. That is your job. Clear the microwave. If I come to your house, I will clear your microwave. And I'll clean your bathroom, but you got to wash your own underwear. I think people should lose both their index fingers when they don't clear the gas station microwave. What do you think? You only get one shot at this. Chop, chop. Bye-bye index fingers. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. No more. It amazes me what people do in public. I saw a young lady digging in her nose in a drive-thru. True story. I saw a young lady digging in her nose in a drive-thru. Here's the thing. If you're going to dig in your nose in public, there's only one place you should be doing that. A four-way stop sign. No one knows when to go. Get your dig on. And when I say this lady was digging in her nose, she was digging in her nose like somebody digging a ditch, drop off a dead body at bar time. She was... She even switched hands. She was digging like a In the Heat of the Night episode. In the heat of the night. Who's heard of that show, In the Heat of the Night? This is why I'm single up here, I'm telling you. Murder, She Wrote, In the Heat of the Night. Yes, love that shows, I love them. This lady was digging in her nose for so long, I went from being disgusted to turned on like, oh. I started making excuses for her. I like her dedication. There's a lady that's committed to the task at hand. She won't stop until the job is done. She works well in tight places. She's got a strong pinky finger. She knows how to pick a winner. She's a gold digger. Okay. Speaking of digging in your nose, let's keep this theme going. I was at a red stoplight, just kind of chilling in the backseat of my Kia. To the left of me, there is this older Caucasian lady eyeing me up in pure disgust. I'm talking just... All I could think is, oh, this older Caucasian lady doesn't like my beautiful black skin? Well, that's your loss, older Caucasian lady. We could have been watching Murder, She Wrote. Light turns green. I look in the mirror to admire my beautiful black skin, and I notice I got a big old black booger. True story, Brickhouse. I am not lying. Just chilling. Black booger, just we belong together chilling. Like, yeah. I felt like an idiot. I misjudged that lady. I like to think we both learned some valuable lessons from that interaction. On my end, as they say, not to judge a book by its cover. And I think she's learned two valuable lessons. One is not to judge a booger by its color. And all black booger lives matter. See, that's a great joke. I don't care what you people say. I don't care what you people say, Brickhouse. 47 years old. I'm at that point in my life where I'm taking my doctor's appointments seriously. Yeah, got to get those checkups. Last time I was at the doctor, as the nurse is checking my height, she goes, I bet you're pretty good at basketball. Here's the thing. I don't mind stereotypes. We all have them. My only issue was it was 6 a.m. in the morning. That's too early to go right into a stereotype. Got to give me a cup of coffee, maybe offer me a donut, say good morning, put on a ski mask, offer me a gold necklace, do something. Now, she was a bigger girl, so my response was, good morning. I bet you're pretty good at making sandwiches. Oh, come on, don't judge me. I didn't start that conversation. Let's just say I didn't get to see the doctor that day. I grabbed that sandwich, my stick, 2 balls, and double dribble out of there. Double dribble. Double. You're like, I wish I wouldn't have sat up front. Double. I have the world's sweatiest hands, so I never shake. I always give the pound. And I love pounding the ladies. What I have is hyperhidrosis, and I mainly have it on my hands, which means I can't palm a basketball, can't grip a football, my text messages be sweaty. No holding hands, ladies. Aww. On the bright side, you'll never have to lick a stamp or envelope again. And if you go on a date with me, the only thing that'll be dry is my sense of humor. Oh! When I tell people this, I get weird reactions. Last night, I was doing a show in Bloomer. Had a dude come to me like, hey man, liked your show, very funny set. Unfortunately, I don't want to shake your hand because I don't want my butt to sweat. And I was like, what the hell did you just say? What in the hell did you just talking about? Yeah, apparently this dude thought if I would shake his hand, I would make his butt sweat. Like, what kind of superpower is that? It's the handshake butt sweat, man. What's up, ladies? Yeah. That's my only dance move, too. That's why I'm single, like, yeah. So I went to the doctor, and they prescribed me with this product called aluminum chloride. It's in a bottle about this big. Has a roll-on applicator each night before bed. I'm supposed to apply it to each hand. That's how I look. And put socks over my hands, and it smells like rubbing alcohol. Yeah, now you know why I'm single, ladies. Which one of you is going to lay in bed next to me when I got a pair of socks on my hands? I'm playing Muppet Babies. Muppet Babies. Cheeto stains on my socks. Muppet. Gold necklace swinging around. Muppet Babies. In the heat of the nights in the background. In the heat of the night. Your butt sweating. You like, I'm sleeping on my stomach tonight. I'm behind you like, yes, you are, baby. Goddamn right you are. Yes, you are. That's how I look, too. Yes, you are, baby. Goddamn right. Like the horse, get ready. On a serious note, I did have this infection in my stomach called H. pylori. Basically what that is a bacteria that builds up, causes ulcers, makes your stomach very uncomfortable. So I went to the doctor and they put me on antibiotics for 2 weeks and I had to wait a week and drop a stool sample. Oh, I was excited. First time dropping a stool sample. Boy, I was in there, excited, shirt off, dirty underwear showing, gold necklace swinging. I'm like, how much you need, nurse? She's like, settle down, sir, and put your shirt back on and put your pants up. You're way too excited. I only need a quarter's worth. I dropped enough for her to wash and dry 3 loads of laundry. You ever have to drop a stool sample? There's 2 things they tell you, 2 things. The first thing is, you have 12 hours to return it to the clinic. I'm like, hold on, nurse. Before you go to the second thing, I got one question. Who in the hell is holding on to their stool sample and keeping track of time? Oh, looks like we got another hour left, little buddy. What do you want me to do? Unpause the Kentucky Derby? Oh. We both watching it like, oh. Slow it down. And the second thing is you're supposed to put it in the fridge to let it chill. Like, who is that gonna help out? You always got that one friend that's hungry. Man, you got anything to eat? Man, you like Sloppy Joe? Oh, it's homemade, brother. It's fresh. He likes manwich. Okay, you'll never look at Sloppy Joe again. Like, you know what? I don't know, does anybody still eat at Subway? Every time I see a Subway commercial, I'm like, people still eating at Subway? Still eats at Subway. The bread's just too hard for me. I gotta have soft bread. Last time I ate at Subway, well, I didn't even get a chance to order because as I walked in, this lady covers up her baby as if I was there to steal it. So apparently this lady thought I was there for a sub and her baby. I'm looking at her like, you got me mistaken. I was looking at her purse like, yeah, oh. She had an ATM receipt hanging out. Looked like you got some money too. Oh. And plus, what am I gonna do with a redhead baby, Brickhouse? That's not gonna work out. That's the 8th time I'll be getting pulled over. That's an Amber Alert waiting to happen. I can hear it over the airways now. Boo! Come on, one more time, just in case you missed it. Let you know it's very important. Boo! This is an Amber Alert. This is an Amber Alert. Be on the lookout for a guy driving in the back seat of a 2007 keyed up Kia with over 300,000 miles, socks on his hands, Cheeto stains on the steering wheel, wearing a gold necklace, a booger on his mustache, and a redhead baby with a purse in the back seat with a receipt hanging out. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there with that. Like, I don't know, Rio, what the hell are you doing up here, brother? So this 35-year-old guy goes to the doctor to get circumcised. First of all, I'm like, why the hell would you go get circumcised at the age of 35? Might as well just ride it out, right? But hey, I'm not here to judge. So he goes to the doctor to get circumcised, and the doctor ended up finding cancer down there, so he cut it off, no questions asked. Now, here's the thing. I put myself in that guy's position, because if it was me, doctor, you got to wake a brother up. I like to make a photo album for it. Some of the pictures would be close up. Others would be pop up. Some would stick together. So this guy took the doctor to court, and the case got tossed out for lack of evidence. Yeah, should have seen the look on his face. He was nuts when he walked out the courtroom, okay? He said, that's wrong. One thing I see a lot of on the road that makes me mad is hitchhikers with dogs. Oh, I can't stand to see hitchhikers with dogs. Anybody else? Man, I always want to pull over and grab the dog and take off. I did that one time. I pulled over, grabbed the dog. It was a little dog, too. I was like, come here, little buddy. Yeah, get in the back seat. He jumped in the back seat, jumped in the front seat. Oh, look at you. Aren't you special? Now I'm going to need you to blow into the breathalyzer. He looking at Cheetos things. You'll never see nobody hitchhiking with a cat. Nah, cats ain't got time for that. You'll be lucky if a cat will hang with you for a minute. That's if they like you. But you know how cats are. They nosy. They be looking around. Give you one last look. I don't think this is working out for either one of us. I'm gonna go over here and clean myself and figure stuff out. By the way, thanks for declawing me so I can't protect myself. Do we have any cat owners out here? Round of applause. Who owns cats, man? I had to house sit 2 cats for 6 months. My first time ever living with cats for an extended period of time. And there's 2 things I learned right away about cats. The first thing is, cats yawn like it's their last yawn in the world. And cats take yawning seriously. Cats yawn like they're giving a solo performance at a concert. And they don't like to waste those yawns. They like to yawn in your face. Say you guys on my lap watching Murder, She Wrote, and I'm the cat getting ready to yawn. Oh, time in the yawn to yawn in your face. You're like, oh, that's where all the sloppy Joe went. Okay. The other thing I learned about cats is when it's time to clean, it's time to clean. Oh, man, cats clean forever. You put your hand in, they'll clean you, man. You ever see a cat clean? That stuff looks like they're listening to their favorite song. They be breaking it down. And then they get to that paw, they be looking at that paw like, that's tiring, just so you guys know that. You guys are not giving me any credit for that. There's this website out there called change.org. And basically what it is a website where you can start your own petition, send it off to get signatures. I thought about starting my own petition. Tell me if you guys would sign it. My petition is for them to put plungers in all motel bathrooms. They got Bibles. I don't care how much you pray. When that toilet stopped up, God's like, hey, I got nothing for you. You need a plunger. If you think about it, the plunger is one of the most unbiased items in the house. Doesn't care about your race, your gender, your sexual orientation, your political, your religious views. Doesn't care what pronoun you want to use, he, him, she, her, they, them. It's just there to do one thing, take care of your shit. That's why when you get home tonight, people, when you take that last bathroom break before you go lay down for the night, I want you to take a look at your plunger and go, thank you for putting up with my shits. I've been doing comedy full-time, you guys, for like the last 8 years, but I've been doing it for like 20 years, although I don't count the first 5 because I used to just drink all the time. Drunk on stage telling the same joke, yeah. Yeah, drunk on stage, yeah. Last day job I had, I worked at a senior living community. It was here in Eau Claire, and I was a dishwasher. Most of the residents at this place were Caucasian women between the ages of 70 and 85. And you know what their favorite time of the year was? Thanksgiving. Oh, they love the dark meat. Oh, especially with me working. Oh, there'd be one lady sitting at the table. She looked familiar. She's like, "Come here, young man. Come here, young man. You see what I'm doing to this turkey leg, young man? Do you remember me? Do you remember I was at the red stoplight when you had the booger on your mustache? Yes, that was me. I love Murder, She Wrote, young man. I love Murder, She Wrote." She took her teeth out. "I love Murder, She Wrote." I was like, yes, me too. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. I appreciate you guys, man, coming out tonight. How y'all doing, man? Get ready to wrap this up for you people. So this is my album recording. I've performed in 30 states, and I've driven through 28 of the 30 states. I would say out of the 28 states I've driven through, I feel like Oregon has some of the darkest highways. I feel like once they legalize weed, they're like, you know what? We don't need highway lights. They're not going that fast. Where you going, man? I don't know, but I'm gonna get there. Oregon's highways are so dark, I got pulled over in a grocery store parking lot in the daytime with my dome light on, and Officer Friendly didn't see me. He comes to my back window with a flashlight singing, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Then he pokes his head in, still smells good to me, brother. But we got a call from a naked drunk lady with no teeth, eating a turkey leg, drinking a third glass of wine, watching Murder, She Wrote, saying there's a world-famous comedian with a bib and sippy cup, a wet spot on his driveway, who was born premature cross-eyed with one tooth, that pushes out his poop while pulling out, with no credits, afraid, at a four-way stop sign with just nuts, digging in his nose with no index fingers, nothing in his wallet, booger on his mustache, wearing a gold necklace, clean pants unzipped, dirty underwear, while driving in the back seat of a 2007 keyed up Kia with over 300,000 miles, just divorced on the back window, balloons popped, 4 used tires, both visors tacked up, missing its dome light buttons, half a passenger door handle giving out rocks, lube, and sandwich bags, selling fake ass crack, while eating a sandwich of sunflower seeds with a mask and no shirt on, socks on his hands with carpal tunnel, Cheeto stains on the steering wheel, butt sweating barefooted, 1 foot itching the other, doing a crossword puzzle, 5 cigarettes, 5 toenails, half a joint, 6-pack of Keystone Light, stool sample, plunger, and pop-up photo album on the passenger floor, hitchhiking dog blown into a breathalyzer, hitchhiking cat cleaning itself, 9-year-old in a booster seat, redhead baby with a purse, while hauling illegal white cheddar and a keyed up horse trailer.